We're back at it, students. Here we are going over the resentful sugar cone. I don't know how a sugar cone could be resentful, but hey, I'm just making things up. So it looks like we're simplified by distribution. Type each of your answers with no spaces. Okay, so I know there's spaces in here in the original question, but when you're doing these in Schoology, make sure you type them without spaces because Schoology is too picky, and even if you put the spaces in there or not put them in there, it thinks of them as different answers. So we just say no spaces, keep it simple. Here we go. So distribution, again, you're passing out the number in front of the brackets or attached to the brackets on the end. I think there's an example of that in a second. Basically, it's just an extension of a single multiplication. It's this guy times this group. So to multiply a group, you just take it one multiplication at a time. 4 times x would be 4x. 4 times 4 would be 16, and then it's all positive, so it stays plus. There we go. 4x plus 16 for our first distribution. Okay, here we have a negative 7 times u, and then a negative 7 times u. So this is my little loop-de-loop method. We're distributing. We're passing it out. This guy is going to land here and land here. So negative 7 times a 4 is a negative 28, and then the x kind of comes along for the ride. Let's see here. We have a negative times a negative, so this is going to turn to a positive, and then 7 times 8, I believe, is a number known as 56. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Negative, good. Cancels. Okay, so that's the big tricky one there. Okay, we take a negative times a thing that's already being subtracted. You actually end up with a positive. All right, sliding on down. Ooh, the last one here. We have a 10a times a 3b minus a 19. So 10's not too bad. Okay, 10 times 3 is just 30. A times b is just ab. Remember, when different variables multiply, they just mush together. Okay, positive times a minus is going to stay minus. 10 times 19 is 190. And then don't forget the a comes along for the ride. So a lot of details to type in there, but hey, no spaces. 30ab minus 190a. Type it in. Do it by hand carefully, and then type it in just as carefully. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, distributed. Okay, remember, taking a number that's attached to brackets, you're just taking that number on the outside times everything on the inside. That's how you distribute a number to many numbers.